In September, 12 members of the Diocese of Iowa met up with 3 members of the Diocese of Brecon to travel to the Diocese of Swaziland. For some, it was a chance to reconnect, and for others, it was a chance to make new friends with our companions. On our first full day there, we were honored to be included in the blessing and dedication of a new building at St. Francis Anglican School, and thoroughly enjoyed all the festivities.
I think for me it's been a very worthwhile trip. I say that about every trip, but some of the trips are more about being involved in formal occasions, synods, consecrations, things like this. This was a working trip, and we did all work, and the diocese did everything it could to make best use of the skills that we brought with us and the interests that we have, and I think that has worked extremely well this time. People are tired as they get ready to go home, but everybody, I think, feels very satisfied.
Last year we had a very serious drought in this country. We had water shortage whereby most schools were closed because there was no water. Taking for instance the school adjacent to us, we donated a water tank because school children were not able to come to school because there was no water. So we decided to say, let's sensitize the community about the importance of river pollution. That's why we've taken our cleanup campaign to be along the river banks, because water is very important and sacred. Actually, biblically speaking, there are more than 600 verses talking about water. So we are just telling the community that water is sacred. Let's take care of what God has created.
The group traveled together to Lothakulu to visit a garden project at a neighborhood care point with a newly constructed cooking station and preschool.
We are at Timbava and Nhlangano Parish. We have 3 projects going on, one of which is a water harvesting project. We have received some donation from the United Tank offering to do something towards the 5th Markov mission, which is safeguarding the integrity of creation. So we have those tanks going on for the community to have water through rain and also refill with mobile tankers. Maybe the second project is that the community has a lot of children who are hungry because of drought. So we have just started a soup kitchen. As you can see, children they benefit from getting food on daily basis. And the other project, we have a gardening going on down there. As you can see, the new fencing will be having a garden for the community, specifically for the church to have money to run the kitchen, to run the water scheme and other coffers of the church to be being run. And here where I'm right standing is just a new structure that the bishop has just blessed for it to be constructed, which will be a cooking structure, because now we have that temporal structure. So once the structure is done, the cooking will be done here and the children will be gathered here. Yeah, one of which of the future plans is to have a preschool at the church. So we're trying to set up and see how can we have that preschool. So Mbava, it's a wonderful community, all I can say, because of the things they are doing. I'm happy about what they are doing. Thank you.
We visited Usutu Mission, the site of a planned tree farm. After worship, we began clearing the site of an invasive species in preparation for the tree planting. We toured Luyengo Produce Farm, a mission in cooperation with the Diocese of Swaziland that provides income and is a training ground for sustainable farming practices. The women of Ezulwini demonstrated for us how they make some of their products for sale. It's a mission that provides income for their craft guild, including dish soap and laundry softener packaged in recycled materials. Some of the group helped clear space for a garden at Ezulwini to help feed the neighborhood care point and school there, planting fruit trees together at the end of the day. Others helped organize the library at the diocesan office, sorting, categorizing, and cataloging 1,000 books for checkout to people in the diocese. We traveled to the care point at Mafungwani, where they've had some challenges in getting their water harvesting project going. Bishop Alina presented the women there with cooking pots, so they'd no longer have to carry theirs all the way from their homes to cook for the children, and there was much rejoicing. Afterwards, we visited the piggery project at Louve, which has been built over the last year. We listened to the manager describe the joys and challenges they have faced getting up and running. Some of the members of the team went out into remote parts of the country on home health care visits with members of the cathedral in Mabani. and visited another neighborhood care point where they were treated to singing. The Iowa team took a day to enjoy touring the Helani Game Park, taking in the wondrous sights and sound of rhinos, lions, elephants, impalas, and much more. And we were included in powerful worship services during our time there. Some of the women attended part of an all-night prayer vigil against violence in their country. Lament, confession, and tearful prayer and singing as they cried out to God for a change in the world. On 2 Sundays, we were invited to participate in worship at different churches, as celebrants, preachers, and lay leaders. We were greeted always with warm smiles, hugs, and reminders that our companions pray for us each week as we do for them.
I think for me personally, this has been a surprise. When I first came to Swaziland in 2007, I expected it to be a wonderful, once-in-a-lifetime experience. And in fact, I've been back every year since. And Swaziland somehow got under my skin and just wouldn't leave me alone. So it's become a really big part of my church life.
Well, it has been a privilege and an honor to have you, people of God in Swaziland. We really have enjoyed your company. You brought us a lot of sunshine because before you came we had such freezing weather. But when you came, we had a lot of sunshine, and to me, it was like, you know, the love that you have for us, the warmth that is there in your heart. We always appreciate such moments because they seal our companionship. And it was so wonderful to be once more together also with Bricken, Iowa and Swaziland. We felt complete. So dear people of God, as you go back to Iowa, send our love and our greetings to the bishop and to the people of the diocese. We love you.